Morning everybody. Today we're going to show you how I'm going to make a rod rack for the inside of my SUV, a 4Runner. I'm tired of laying them on the carpet and over the seats and the hooks get hooked in, so we're going to make a rod rack, and it's going to look just like this, only smaller. Mine is a Toyota 4Runner. I'm going to make it fit that. You can make it longer, shorter, higher, lower, however you want to do it. So this is what we're going to use today. Supplies for today. We got an electric drill, spade bit, battery drill, screws, strap holders, drill bit, piece of wood, scrap wood. Use what you want. I'm using this. It's approximately about 40 inches long. And you're also going to need a cinch strap, which I'll show you that a little later. The reason I use electric drill with the spade bit is because this will burn through your batteries pretty quickly when you're boring out holes. And that's basically it. We'll get this put together, drilled up, see how she works. If it works, great. If it don't, it ends up in the kindling pile. So let's get started. Alright, here we go. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get the center. So this is an inch and a half. So what we're going to do is just have a little over. Inch and a half. I'm sorry, that's a little over 2.5. So it's going to be the center. I'm going to do the center down here. As close as you're going to get it. Alright. Okay, now however many rods you want, let's see, you don't want this, I'm going to run the center, 20, that's the center of the board. I'm going to put one there. And you want to measure out space for your handles for open face or bait casters. So I'm going to put one there. I'm going to go 4 inches. Here 4 inches. Alright, now we're going to get set up. Do some hole boring. Alright. We'll get set up and then we'll get back at you. Okay, we're going to do that 9 more times. To make it easier, you can get a thinner piece of wood, you can get a drill press. This is what I got, this is what I got. We'll get back to you. Okay, there's the remnants, and here's the product. We'll be able to hold 9 rods. You want to do after, you could sand it, prime it, paint it, and do what you want. Right now we need to take the measurements to see how low or high you want it. So what we're going to do, as you can tell, I had a temporary one. These are the back coat hanger racks, which we're going to mount our wood to. This wouldn't be a bad idea, but you get more than 2 rods on there, it starts stretching and hanging and the ends start tearing out. So we're going to measure from that screw down. It's just enough to clear. I know on the Forerunners we have this back drop right here. There's a different height than right here. So we're just going to measure this down from the screw head. We're going to go down probably an inch, maybe an inch and a half. We'll cut it and we'll go 1.25 inches. So that's the next step. We're going to measure that down. And then that other cinch strap I was telling you is right there. That's where that cinch strap, run it over the Jesus handles and pull it tight, and that's where the top of your rods are going to go. So let's go back, do some measuring. Okay. Do a little clean up here. Okay. Now we're going to take our strap. We're going to measure down. Measure that at 1.5 inches. So that's going to be from the screw bolt, the top of that. So that's going to be like that. So now what you want to do is you're going to run the length of your board, whatever size board you're using. You're going to come down. And you're going to give that a little measure. Okay. Luckily that comes right to the top of the screw, so that's going to work out just fine. Now you're going to take thin snips. And find out which one you used. Right there. So now you can cut that and then just screw it to here, or you can bend that under, which I think we probably will do. Bend that under just one hole. To help hold on some of that weight from the screw. And you get your rods in there. Okay. So get that. Now, we're just going to run out real quick. Make sure that's going to fit in that slot. If not, you just trim the corners down. So only take a second. All right. Now, we'll take another piece. Snip that off. I'm going to start it with the big hole because you know that will fit. And we're going to do the same thing. That's the bottom. Measure the same distance, no matter what you use them. Okay. This can go up there, like that. And then we're going to bend this over. Like that. Stuff this damn thing. All right. Now you're going to take the small drill bit. You're going to put this on here. Okay, so now it's on the bottom. Just gonna take a small drill bit and just make little pilot holes. Now I do this in the end because it's the only board I got, and I don't want to split it with the screws. This will keep it from splitting. There you go. Right now, we're going to do the other end, and then we're going to go out, put it in. All right. So now we're going to come in here. We're going to take these screws out, take the strap off, and then we're going to screw in the wood piece. Okay. We got the bolt out, we got the strap out. Now we're just going to replace it. And screw that up. It's going to be a two-hand deal, so we'll get back with you. That screws right into that hole. And we'll get back shortly. Okay. She's all bolted up. It's a smidge longer on this side. And then we've got the cinch strap right here. And that goes all the way across. We're going to get us a few rods, throw them in there, and then I'll show you one more trick. Alright. So now what we're going to do, I got you two different size rods here. I mean, the longer ones are going to fit up over your head while you're driving, so it's not going to bother you. But this rod, first one's a 6-foot rod. So you're going to put the tip of it up over the strap. Move your eyelets. And just slide it through. And then this is probably a 5.5. No, this is a 4'6", a little crappie rod. Slide that up there. Now I'll put these right side by side, so you see there's enough room in between the handles where it's not going to bother you and all the other crap I get in the back seat. And then you come up front and it sits on that strap, and then you got plenty of room if you're going on a trip. Put stuff on the floor, lay the seats down, you're all set. And that's 6 foot that comes up, it doesn't even come up to the, not even close to the front windshield. So yeah, that's, you could probably get a 7-footer in here in the middle ones. And plus you can slide the handle back further. But that's going to hold 9 rods. That's going to be out the way. Now, one thing I found on the other setup I had is that these wheels slide together. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take a regular pool noodle and I'm going to make probably little 1/4 of an inch cuts all the way through. And then you got that little space right there. And then just slide that over. I'll show you that. I'm going to go cut those real quick and then I'll come back in and show you. Okay. I just come back. I cut up just a handful of these to show you. And then you come up and cut a slot in them. And just slide it over. And turn it. Slide it over. And turn it. Okay. And you can just slide them to the edge. And that's and so on with however many rods you're going to be bringing. And then that will keep them from getting together. And I did throw in another rod, about 7 foot. Slid it back so that just goes up to just about the visor. So I think that's going to work out pretty good. I mean, if you don't have anybody getting in the back, you could probably pop in another one of those wood pieces right here on these Jesus straps and just pop these screws out. Pop that plate down and then do the same thing you did with the back. And then slide those right in there. But that's a nice simple way to get this stuff out of your way. And then you still got all the room on the floor for everything else. So that's going to work out pretty good. So there's a bait casting rod, 2 face. You got plenty of room between the reels. That works good. Paint it up, carpet it, do whatever you want. Without a mess and hooks in your seat and everything else. And then take it out, you just slide them forward. Turn it up. The eyelet's out, she comes right out. Nice, easy piece of cake. Give you something to do when everybody's on lockdown because of this stupid COVID, whatever you want to call it. I got my nice little reel cover that we got. I got the idea from Keith. His channel is Fishing and Stuff. You really ought to check out that. This guy's phenomenal invention. Not inventions, but DIYs. Great. You just take some. Everybody's got beer koozies, soda koozies, whatever you want to call them. But you go down there, you check out his site today, and you'll be making some. This happens to be a buddy of mine's garage. Look him up too. But slide this on. It's easy. I made 9 of them in no time flat. All thanks to Keith. And my next thing I'm going to try to make from him is the boat anchor. So y'all have fun. Go check out Keith's site, Fishing and Stuff. And have a good day. Stay safe and healthy.